That was a quick almost space journey.
So, why don't we actually get to watch the space flight?
Yeah, I'm really bummed out about that, actually.
What the hell?
That you don't actually get to see the space flight. I really wanted to see the space flight.
See, last time I was worried I might be building up a tolerance, but now they're not even giving me my hit. What the fuck?
Well, anything?
Nothing. You sure we got the right place?
Oh shit! President was coming here at all!
It's the only base big enough with security contracted out to World Marshal.
All right. I'm headed
The only base big enough to house someone who can kill the president. Because it's not like no one's ever killed a president alone before.
Look, the president's plane is really, really big now. You need like a double runway for Air Force One these days. It's like a quad plane. It's 4 planes in one.
Get off my 4 planes!
No, that's my plane too. No, not that plane either. All 4 of these planes, get off all of them. But yeah, if you can climb up from behind your starting position.
That's still not the president riding. We've got a job to do.
Maybe he's in the VR. The digital president.
I would not put it past this game. I really wouldn't. I don't know. The whole digital thing really hasn't come up a lot, actually.
Since we met Sonny, you can call him the codec now.
Hey, Sonny. Fine,
Yes!
thanks. Though I wouldn't call it the smoothest ride.
I wouldn't know. I didn't get to see it.
Things really
I had my eyes closed the whole time.
Well, what do you expect?
Sonny's
You're traveling
11.
at a few dozen times the speed of sound. I mean, she operates well within all the projected margins of safety, so yes. We'll have to work on the
right
turbulence
in
levels a bit
space.
before we take tourists on
Get
it.
with it.
But come on, you really can't complain.
So it's meant mainly for cargo at the moment?
Yes,
We
like
got a
you.
contract with COTS, NASA's Commercial Orbital Transportation Services. Mostly
You're
handling
a
space
robot.
deliveries,
Robots are
that kind
cargo.
of
Sorry.
Yeah.
We also joined the C3PO.
Yeah, you
The
did.
Commercial Crew and Cargo Program Office's passenger
I
transport
hope that's a
program.
real thing.
So
I
soon
hope
we'll
so
have private
bad.
space
Yeah,
bringing crew to
oh,
the
man.
International Space Station.
I'm gonna have to look
Wild
that up
times we're
now.
living in.
Well, the space race has been over for decades now. It's no longer something countries engage
It's a
in for
space walk
vanity's
now.
sake. Still, lots of people are
It's a
starting
space
to see
jog
the
for
industrial
charity.
value of zero gravity
I
experiments.
prefer the space
Plus,
saunter.
the costs are getting lower and lower with each passing year, to the point where we'll have a serious space tourism industry before long.
Yeah. I heard about the space hotel the Russians opened up.
Space
We're still
hotel?
not going any further than orbit, right?
Well, one company's planning to have a lunar landing craft complete by 2020. Not ours, though.
I hope that's where Doctor
I'm
takes
just
the
hoping we can get to
brains.
Jupiter while Hal's still alive.
Who needs this
Jupiter,
VR
huh?
hotel when we have a Russian
pretty
space
far.
hotel?
Oh, hey! How did Earth look from up there?
I wouldn't know. They didn't make that
Put it into
cutscene.
words. I know I was still under the Kármán line, but it looked exactly like every satellite photo of Earth I've ever seen. No borders.
How'd Earth
no
look
nothing.
like, right?
Just
Oh,
a
you know,
whole
kind of like
lot of
Earth.
blue.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time around I can take my time and enjoy it.
And also have my eyes
But
open.
first things first, you know?
Yep. Well, good luck, Jack.
Maybe you should design a
Right
space
in.
shuttle that doesn't shoot me in the face with sleeping gas.
It's the only explanation.
He was complaining that that ride was kind of bumpy, but maybe it was just so smooth he fell asleep.
So you're saying that this whole thing was all a dream?
It was a dream in VR, and you're actually Big Boss. I'm sorry, this is actually just a Big Boss game.
Oh, that's why it's so good. Okay.
Oh yeah, but if you stay
The pattern works.
every odd-numbered Metal Gear game, really. But if you don't alert those guys right in the front and go over here, I lied. This is the final guy. There's 5 of them still.
Well, this one better drop a whole bunch of stuff.
There's a chance, but not this one. Well, I think he dropped something. But just, yeah, no money.
Lame.
Oh well.
What is even the point? It didn't even do any funny dance moves. I hate you, Double Gecko. No, none are as good as the first Double Gecko. That guy had style.
That guy did a whole bunch of cool poses. This chapter also doesn't have a lot of ranked fights. There's a fair amount of fights, but there's like, this one's ranked, but then a bunch after. Not ranked. It's also strange that this one's ranked because it's like the easiest fight. Like, by this point in the game, it's just some normal dudes. Completely unarmored, and there's only like 4 or 5 of them.
It's like they're not even really trying to kill the president. I mean, come on.
Ah, man.
Like, if you're gonna pull the... Yeah, if you're gonna kill the president, put your back into it.
Don't pull the president, though.
Don't pull the president. Yeah, I went bar hopping out on the pole. I picked up the president.
Don't stretch the president.
I had no idea that the president was DTF, but there you go. Don't put the president in a taffy pull machine. He does not like it.
Just refer to this handy sheet of guidelines of what not to do with the president. Don't bop the president either.
Do not wear the president as a hat.
Show up as unaffiliated.
Wait, Marshall has the security contract for this base. Why would they have their cyborg set to the same illegal exif code as Desperado?
Because they're trying to kill the president!
No, it's their alibi.
You idiot,
They make
Courtney!
it look like Desperado hacked their soldiers on site, because everyone knows Desperado has a contract with...
The Pakistani rebels. Oh, but if we go public with the Desperado-Marshall connection...
Won't matter. Not when they've got this nice big foreign threat all cooked up and ready to serve. The media and the
Speaking
public
of
won't be able
cooking,
to resist.
Brian, there's a wonderful
Remember
restaurant about
WMDs in
3
Iraq?
clicks west.
You're right. It's another slam dunk.
I know, I've got the Yelp app in my visor.
Security.
Dead, most likely. Or
Uh-uh.
brain-jacked, if they needed them to keep up appearances.
They'd never publicize.
Brian
the
would
report the president
write
splundered,
weird Yelp
not in this
reviews.
region. And almost no one would have access to an outside
Yeah, the
line.
waitstaff's
Security
spines were delicious.
It would be difficult to keep things hush
I wasn't allowed in again, 1 out of 5.
I'm heading for the control
They said I was
tower.
weird.
If I can destroy the antenna array, the U.S. military will know something's wrong.
Good idea. Be careful.
Sam's gone, and I blew the winds of destruction away.
You were the alcohol in that flambe.
Also, I like the music for this area.
Yeah.
It kind of has the vibe of the old Metal Gear theme, even though it's not really that.
It's kind of stirring and triumphant. You know, you're gonna go save the president. You're a hero, finally. Finally.
Yeah, like, this whole base, it's possible and actually fairly easy to sneak through the whole thing without getting caught, and there's also a trophy for doing that.
Nice. Are we going to be going for that right now?
No, I'm gonna try. I try and sneak through about half of it just because there are several dudes here with special arms, and if I'm, not fighting them, it's easier to get it.
But this is one of the totally non-ranked areas.
Yeah, this whole base is unranked. So you can act if you. Because there is like one single path in this base is pretty much guaranteed you won't get caught. As long as you follow that. And if you do that, you can run through this whole base in like a minute and a half, maybe? Maybe even less? Like, this base isn't that big anyways, but yeah, not getting caught, you can just blaze right through it. Also, now that we have all the strength, well, not all, we have 4 out of the 5 strength upgrades, and the final strength upgrade for everything doesn't become available until you beat the game. But just with 4, we basically have double damage with the sword. Because at the beginning, it's 4 hits to take out one of those cameras, now it's just 2.
Nice.
And now if you try to... That's one thing I kind of actually don't like, is the strength upgrades, because if you just want to play again on hard mode with the same file, everything's going to be too easy at the beginning. Because now you're dealing double damage to everything, and like the bosses in the beginning of the game...
They just don't have enough HP to...
Yeah. Although that does make it easier if you're trying to go for S ranks and stuff. on a second playthrough, because you can just whittle everybody's health down way faster. But I like the challenge, damn it!
I'd like to see Raiden try actually whittling. He could make like an awesome duck.
Yeah. Make like a whale or something.
Hey, Junior, I made you a rabbit, and it's eating a fox, tearing its heart out. Jack's your dad.
Dad, I know. Like, for the first 8 years I didn't know, but I know now. Aww.
I can only imagine just Rosemary sitting at home and knowing how the day's gonna go. Whether she hears at the door, "Honey, I'm home," or "Jack's back."
That's what the welcome mat in front of their house actually says.
Yeah. It's reversible.
Yeah.
It's either "bless this mess" or "I will eat your face."
No, Rocket Man. Yeah, it does kind of suck if you get caught, because everybody here are huge armored dudes.
Oh, am they?
They am huge. Bizarro Raiden.
Jack left.
Two arms left.
You can do it. You can do it.
Yep.
Look at him bounce.
Yeah, the heavy guys are really bouncy. Maybe their armor's actually made out of rubber. They like to bounce though.
Oh, see, they were expecting you to attack with glue.
Oh. Just completely whiffed that treasure box. But yeah, this last hangar here is like, they just cram it full of collectibles. The final of like everything except for arms is in here. Last health upgrade, the final VR mission was in here. Final bit of concept art is in here. On this helicopter blade.
Gotta get that.
Gotta get it.
Gotta get it.
It got
Good.
gotted. But since we can talk to Sonny, we gotta ask, yo, Sonny, what's your dad doing?
Yeah, I want to know.
So how's Otacon? About time he starts thinking about marriage, isn't
What
it?
the fuck?
I don't know if he is or not, but either way, no dice yet.
To who?
He likes to go on about how nobody
You're
would ever
damn
be
right,
happy
they
with
would
him long
die.
term. But it doesn't seem like he has too much trouble keeping busy on Saturday nights.
Wait, what?
You know what I mean?
Whoa!
What?
Well,
Whoa!
believe it or not, he was a huge geek back
Yeah,
when he
I
was
think-
younger.
Maybe,
Otacon has
but even
learned the
so,
art of
he's
picking
still
up
a nice
ladies
guy.
at bars, maybe?
I doubt he was ever that lonely.
Yeah, I suppose. But he really changed once
That
he got
makes
into
me
his
so
30s.
happy.
Got a lot more.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but he still has this really bad
And also,
habit of
Otacon
keeping
appears to
ladies
not
at
be
arm's
discreet
length.
enough
It winds up making him
to
look really
make sure
awkward
Sonny doesn't
sometimes.
know what's happening.
I really wish he'd just pick someone and settle down already.
Look, if he comes home
Easier said
late at
than done,
night with a
yes.
pretty lady
What about you,
and
Sonny?
the door shuts and then you just hear an anime on full blast.
I've got science. That's all the love I need.
Sounds like you've got your own problems in that department.
Shit's like 12, you have!
Ryan, you're weird.
Absolutely no one in the entire Metal Gear universe should be giving relationship advice, and they all do, and I love it.
Man. As the weird, like, hey, what's he doing? By the way, he should probably get married. Man, that guy.
I mean, it's pretty nice, I guess, but
Yeah.
like,
This guy, the very first thing you bring up while asking, how's he been doing? Is Ryan like an old lady who just wants everybody she knows to get married before she dies?
Ryan just hates having to cook. Like, so he just loves any excuse for a catered meal. That's why he wants all his friends to get married.
Okay. Another bouncy guy.
Oh, what is the spine in at the end there? What happened?
I don't know.
There were no chunks big enough.
Yeah. Also, something I found out about these guys, like the moment I was recording this, if these guys block, hit them in blade mode, it immediately stuns them.
Oh, nice.
I never knew this, and it's not mentioned in the strategy guide either.
See, even we're learning.
Yeah.
We're not ruining video games forever, so there.
Also, if you spin really fast, it makes it look like he's in a rave or something. I really like doing that.
That completes the full set of classified Patriot data. I can finally craft my masterpiece.
Is it a Gundam?
No,
It should be.
it's not a Gundam.
It should be.
It should be, but it's something more silly than a Gundam.
Now, Sonny, if the Doshinji's rocket don't come knocking...
Oh, and the final box.
Another MIB? Listen, Ryan, we're gonna have to forget we ever saw this, okay?
That's the other MIB, Kevin. They make sure of that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Boris. What do you got to say about all this?
Ryder, what is the status at the base?
Overrun with desperado cyborgs, as expected. Security's still pretty lax, though.
Yes, I don't think they're anticipating another cyborg to show up.
They did not
They are,
expect
after
you
all,
to have
all the way
rocket
out
ship.
to Afghanistan. Doubtful there
Who'd
will
have
be any
thunk it,
cyborgs
right?
here, except at the base. Forces hired by the U.S. And more doubtful they are expecting a cyborg to drop in at
Hey,
Mach
I already
23.
covered that.
Yeah.
Actual Boris.
Still, they've got to know I'm
Stealing
here.
thunder from my fake
Sam was
Boris.
smart enough to figure out that I'd take that launch vehicle.
Yes, but they couldn't have sent backup to this base within 3 hours after Sundowner died. Perhaps they could have arranged it so the plane was scrapped if Sam died. But if they already occupied the base, then there is no longer any canceling out.
Probably not. Which means we've pretty much already won.
Hooray!
Sam's dead.
Hooray!
The winds of destruction, too. And none of their standard cyborgs
End of the
or
thread,
UGs
folks.
have
See you
a
next
chance
time.
against me.
The end.
No, certainly not. Though I wonder who is behind this operation anyway.
Not Armstrong?
Well, yes, but who is running things at the base? The senator would never be there himself.
It depends. Has
But
he
this is
ever
too
watched a
elaborate an
movie?
operation
Because
to
then you
direct
know
from
you've
no-
got to go take care of things yourself.
No amount of network tech could take the place of a command structure on the ground. Gotta be
It's
someone
not like
else
we've
from
seen
World
him
Marshal,
for,
I
what,
guess.
weeks of in-story time?
One
That's a
would
lot of
like
time to get to
combat
Pakistan.
books, like Sundowner and the others. I do not mean to alarm you, but use caution.
Yeah. Copy that.
Something seems wrong here. Blade Wolf. What's up? Oh.
Dog-shaped robot buddy, come in!
Dog-shaped robot buddy, no!